Hi, I'm Birgit O'Connor, and welcome to my studio. Today I'd like to show you how to create smooth, even, clean washes. This is a universal technique that I apply to both my landscapes and my florals. In my landscapes, I consider the skies like giant petals, so you'll be able to see how I apply that technique to both. We're going to work on how to mix colors directly on the paper, value changes, how to keep your colors clean, lifting up any loose hairs in the middle of your wash, and I think you'll have a lot of fun with this. So, let's begin. After I've created the outline for my test strips, I can go into the first one and fill it with clean water. Now, using a little French ultramarine blue, I'm going to apply a little color to the lower left-hand corner and see how it flows into the water. For my second color, I'm going to use a little burnt sienna. These are great colors together, so it'll be interesting to see how they mix on the paper. Now for a third color, I'm going to add a little purple madder. If I want my colors to blend better, all I have to do is add more water. To create a smoother blended effect, I'll lift my paper up and move it around. Now I've found one of those invisible hairs. They don't seem to show up until after you've created a wash sometimes. The best way to get them out is to take a smaller, fine-tipped brush, make sure it's clean, dry off the excess water, and then gently lift it out. So now this gives you an idea of how to create a clean, even wash. If you feel that your color saturation is too intense, you can always go back over that with clean water. Here I'm going to be using my bamboo hake brush. You can go back in with a Robert Simmons. As I said, the hairs on the Robert Simmons are really soft and will create a very smooth effect. Now that I've added my water, I can go back in and lift my paper up again, and this is going to even out any brush strokes. Here you can see the smooth effect. Here I'm going to add a saturation of ultramarine blue, and I'm going to lift my paper up and you can see how it flows back down. This should give you an idea of how much water I use when I create my washes. This is a universal technique. I apply it to all my landscapes and florals. To keep the flow even, constantly keep your paper moving. Now you can see as the paper's drying how the colors have blended into the wash and created a mottled effect. At this stage, I can go in with clean water and spatter that on. This is going to create a blooming effect. It'll be similar to salt. So here I can go and apply this technique also. I put this on the drying paper, and the pigments will want to soak up into the salt. When the paper is completely dry, I can go in and shake that off. Let's take a look how I've applied all the techniques that I've showed you to this painting. Using a full sheet of Arches 22 by 30 cold pressed paper, I first of all created my composition, and then working each petal one at a time as an individual wash. Using washes and blending effects, I've created my color. As the colors are drying, I can go back in and spatter the color and the clean water to create the textured effects.